In this video, we're going to talk about something that I have to admit is not exactly exciting, but it's very necessary. Necessary for you and your business. And that is the legal policies and disclaimers that go on your website. Now, these are important for a couple reasons. It's important to have these, first of all, for your own legal protection. You never know when someone might try to sue you for something and say that you didn't have a policy saying one way or another. But the other reason is for search engine purposes. Sites like Google come to your site and they're looking for privacy policies and other types of policies because big businesses on their websites generally have these kind of disclaimers, and they like to see that because it just shows them that you're legit. So there's a couple reasons for having these policies on your site. But of course the biggest thing really is for your protection. Now, that being said, I'm not a lawyer, and I'm just providing these forms, these policies for your convenience, but I'm not a lawyer. I'm not giving you legal advice, and I really recommend that you have a lawyer in your area check these policies and things to make sure that they are legal in your area and make any needed changes. But these will give you a start. At least it's something to start with, something to until you can get your own policies customized. So anyway, let's get into how to get these started. So from your dashboard, if you scroll down, if you're in easy mode, go down to My Legal Policies and click that. And I'll show you if you're not in easy mode. What you'll do is go down to Settings and then WP Policy Pack. And either way, you end up at the same place. And the first thing you want to do is, of course, put in your contact details. Now, these go in the pages that are on your site. All of the different policies use this information. So, use information that you're okay having on your site. Now, most people are not going to see this. You have to go in, and I'll show you where this information appears. If you go to your website and look at the bottom right, you're going to see this list of policies and disclaimers. You don't have to use all of these. Some of them may not really apply to you, or you may not want to use them, but they're all there by default. So this is where they appear. Now, most people are not going to come to your site and scroll down to the bottom and click on these, but occasionally someone may. So that's where this information goes. So don't put anything there that you don't want people to see. For instance, if you don't want people to know your home address, then don't put your home address. Use a P.O. box or something like that. So anyway, I'm going to fill this out real quick, and then I'll show you where that information goes. Okay, so I filled out this information, and I'm going to click Update Contact Details. And we get this little message that the configuration has been updated. So that's the first step, is to go ahead and put in that information. Now I'm going to go over here and refresh my site, and we'll take a look at these policies, and I'll show you where that information goes. Let's just go to the first one, the anti-spam policy. So you can see I put in my business name here, and that shows up in several spots. And down at the bottom there is contact information. Now, you may not want to put in your email address, because this putting in an email address can cause you to get spam on your, from these people that go around looking through websites. They have these automated things that find email addresses on websites, and then they send them spam. So you might want to take that out. If you take that out, it's just going to disappear from your site, and I'll show you. If I refresh now the email address is gone. So that's up to you. And again, do whatever your lawyer says. But this will give you a starting point on these forms. So the contact information, that's the first step. You want to put that in. And then down here you can enable or disable any of these policies. So if you don't want to use any of them, you can just uncheck them and then click Save Active Policy Changes, and that will remove it from your website. The other thing is you're going to probably want to edit them at some point to make them, like I said, I recommend getting legal advice from a lawyer in your area to make sure that these policies are legal in your area and to make sure that they fit with your business. So, let's say you want to make changes to one of these. Let's go to the disclaimer. You can just click Edit, and that will take you to the page where you can edit this. Now, there is another way to get here too, and I'll show you in just a second. But This will take you right there, and from this point it's just like editing any other page on your site. Now the one thing you want to be careful of is, notice there's certain spots like this. It says policy ID equals company. This is just a little piece of code that automatically puts your company name there. And then down at the bottom, well, also here there's several spots where it pulls in your company name, and then down at the bottom it pulls in your company name, address, phone, email. So make any changes you need to and then click update. Another way you can get to this is by going to pages. Now that's where we ended up by clicking that, but if you go to pages and all pages, you'll see, and let me also show you from easy mode. From easy mode you click on my pages, and the policies are listed right along with your other pages. For instance, right here we have anti-spam policy, there's a disclaimer, DMCA notice, earnings disclaimer. So any of these that you want to work with, just click edit under the name, and this will take you to the page where you can make changes to this. And again, it has these little tags in different places that have your contact information. So that's how to update these. So once again, just for my own protection, I'm just providing these for your convenience as a starting point, but I'm not in any way giving you legal advice. I recommend that you do go to a lawyer to have all these policies and things checked to make sure they're legal in your area, make sure that they are going to protect you and your business, because that's really the main goal. So anyway, that's how to edit these things. I do recommend you do that as soon as possible, because if you don't, it's just going to have blank information there, and it's really not going to give you any kind of protection. So I do recommend putting in your contact information and then getting them checked by a lawyer to protect you.